All right, guys, back to the big story of the morning. Of course, music's biggest night. We were both up late watching.
It's very late, yeah, but it's all good. We're joined by our friend from People Magazine right now, Mr. Steve Helling, for his expert insight. Thanks so much for joining us,
Thanks
Steve.
for having me.
Always good to see you.
Yes.
So let's jump right in, right? So we want to get your thoughts kind of on everything that happened last night. Of course, one of the most anticipated performances of the night was Lady M, right?
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, but you know, the thing that was interesting is that we heard all sorts of rumors about things that were going to happen in the Grammys, and half of them didn't happen.
Right.
And, you know, what are you going to do about it? What did you guys think?
Well, we have a clip, so we're checking it out now. Jared, I don't know what you thought, but I actually loved it. It was like 10 o'clock. I was dancing in my living room by myself. I loved the song. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, but you know, and maybe this is just me. I expected more. There were rumors of more things happening, and it was like, okay, there she is.
Yeah.
She performs. It's great. But I don't know. I was hoping for more, and when I heard that, you know, I was expecting to be transformed out of my chair, and it didn't happen.
Right,
Sure,
when you hear Madonna's about to perform at the Grammys, you expect a whole lot.
Exactly.
You know? And to be honest, the song fell short to me.
Yes.
So that's what ruined the whole thing.
If the song, I mean, you can do all you want, but if the song isn't exactly, you know, isn't on point, then the whole thing.
That's right.
I'm easy to please.
Oh, you liked
the song
it.
was
You liked it.
amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm easy.
Yeah, but probably the second most anticipated performance of the night. 3 generations worth of hit makers united on one stage.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
Let's take a look at it here.
Now I'm 4 or 5 seconds from wildin', and we got 3 more days to Friday. I'm trying to make it back home by Monday morning. I swear
I mean, what a powerhouse trio right there
Pretty
in
amazing.
Paul McCartney, Rihanna, and Kanye West, who I'm sure we've been talking about all morning and
Yes,
will
we have.
continue to. But what did you think about this performance,
I
Steve?
thought it was good. Well, you know, I'm a sucker for getting a bunch of random people together. I really am. And actually, they're not that random. You know, but seeing Paul McCartney on stage always makes me happy because apparently I'm of a certain age.
Oh,
So, you
no,
know,
he's a legend, though.
yeah,
I mean, why
exactly.
not?
So, you know, and then putting him with Rihanna, I thought it was a good performance.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the best thing I've ever seen in the Grammys ever, but I think it was, you know, certainly a highlight of the night.
Yeah, and I
like
thought
this-
Rihanna sounded great.
Yeah, I like the simplicity of it too. You know, the black and white theme, so we could just focus on their vocals. It wasn't a lot of like special effects.
Yeah,
I really like that part of it.
definitely.
Nobody was hanging from the ceiling.
Exactly.
It was just, yeah.
Yeah, no one was scantily clad to distract my ears from listening. Kanye was pretty well behaved most of the night, except when this happened. Let's take
And the winner is Morning Phase, Beck.
Producer Beck Hansen.
Just kidding.
my
JK,
goodness.
JK, people.
What do you think, Steve? Do you think that was planned, or that was just
Oh,
kind of an impromptu
Just so
thing?
you know, I mean, if I decided to jump up on stage during the Grammys, there'd be 9 different, you know,
Right.
security guards to take me down.
Right.
There's no way I would get up there, but you know, it just sort of happens that Kanye's always near the front and always able to do it. You know, I'm old school. I kind of feel like if you don't win the Grammy, you don't get up on stage.
I
But
agree
you know,
with
that's just
you.
kinda, you know, and whether it's funny or joking or whatever, it does take away from Beck's moment, which is kind of a scratching of your head moment, but still, it was his
Sure.
moment.
Well, nobody really expected Beck
No.
to be in that position
That's
in the
crazy.
first place,
Right.
and I'm sure Kanye definitely didn't. But Steve, also there was a lot of social commentary last night, starting with a remix of Pharrell's "Happy." Take a close look at this moment from the performance. Oh.
Actually, I
Yep,
think
so
that's the wrong video.
that was the wrong video.
Clearly not Pharrell.
But Pharrell, you know, he performed a different version of "Happy," a little darker version.
Right. Yep.
If you say, if you
Well,
know, if I can say
and
that.
I think it was time to actually, you know, sometimes the Grammys is just all great fun, and you know, we don't have any social messages. This time, I think we needed to, and I think Pharrell, I mean, taking "Happy," which was the song of, you know,
Yeah, it definitely
That
is
makes
something to
everyone
hear.
that
happy
makes
every
everyone
time
happy,
you hear it.
and making you think about it a different way. I think was a really good.
Yeah.
And he
I
also
think-
had the social commentary in it, you know,
Yeah.
with
the hands up,
yeah,
don't
the hands
shoot.
up, don't shoot.
Yeah.
So, oh, here it is. There's the graphic
There we
here,
go.
so you could
Right.
see it. You know, and he didn't really make a big deal about it. It happened, and he moved on from it. What do you think about what artists like Pharrell doing?
I think that's what art is. You know, art is that you're supposed to make people think, whether you like it or not, what they have to say. But you know, this is the thing that everybody's been talking about all year: hands up, don't shoot. And it was time, and I think it was well done and done in the right way.
Yeah.
And speaking of course, you know, the Grammys was kind of a big stage for a lot of people to speak out, including President Obama, Katy Perry, of this whole domestic violence presentation. We don't have time for the clip, but basically it was, you know, it was a big moment for them to kind of get the message out in the right way that the NFL didn't do right.
Right.
What do you think about them kind of mixing this message into a music event like this?
Well, you know, great. I think any attention to domestic violence is great. It did sort of, I felt like it slammed the brakes on the whole the show. But again, you know, when you have a stage like this with millions and millions of people watching, sometimes it's time to slam the brakes on and do something like
And
this.
use that, use that
Use the
platform.
platform, yeah.
For sure. A little bit, another social commentary was Prince coming out and, you know, talking about albums, but saying, hey, albums matter like Black
That's
Lives.
right, remember albums?
Yeah, and I thought that was great for him
And
to
on a
do
side
as well.
note, Prince looks the same as he did in
Right.
1983.
He doesn't age.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, they were doing back-to-back photos, and you know, 25 years ago, and now
Yeah.
he looked exactly the same. You know,
Totally.
he's a vampire. I
He's
think.
like the one guy too that can get everyone up on their feet. Notice
That's
like
true.
the second he came out, everyone got up. So pretty cool. Anything else that you think was buzzworthy that we should kind of chat about?
Well, I think we pretty much covered it, but you know, I do think that it was, as Grammys go, it was one of the better ones.
I fully agree. I watched the whole thing.
Wow, that's
a
impressive.
little tired this
I'm a
morning.
little tired
as
this
well.
morning,
Yeah.
but I thought it was one of the better Grammys I've seen for sure.
Totally. Now we got to talk fashion because I know you like
Yes,
the fashion just
I
like
do.
I do, both of you.
Yeah.
Grammys, of course, it never disappoints. Tomorrow I'm going to run down all the best dress for the night for my segment Positively Fashionable. But today I want to talk about all the crazy outfits. So first up, we have to talk about Rihanna. I mean, she got
yeah.
everyone talking.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she looked like a ginormous powder puff in this. I was quite surprised.
It's like
Pretty cool.
the bridesmaid's dress from Hell.
Yes.
It's awful.
It's a good point.
I just thought it was terrible.
And I love her, and I hate to say anything bad about her because she's a risk taker, and that's what we love about her. But it was a very interesting choice.
Notice that's
You
not
know
what she wore on
I'm going to
stage.
give her a pass though because she normally gets it right
She does.
every time.
Last year
So,
was amazing as well. Okay, so next, Charlie XCX. She's wearing a getup. A lot of people, you know, were saying she looks like a waiter, or you know, like what is it, you know, the party down vibe.
Right.
What do you think of this, guys?
I'm
a man's
almost,
perspective.
I'm actually a little speechless, aren't you? I mean, it's that bad.
Yeah, I just don't know what to say. Like, you're coming to the music's biggest night. You should dress for the part.
Yeah.
I like Charlie, though. She's a good girl. but
Yeah,
but
talented
it's a
girl.
different-
Dress up, Charlie. Come on.
All right, well, speaking of dressing up for the occasion, how about Sia?
Oh.
I don't know how she could see with all that hair. I did love her lip gloss. The red was very nice
Her
touch.
lip gloss was popping.
Yeah, that was popping. Look at that, closer up. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty interesting, huh, guys?
Well, you know, now I feel like, you know, because Lady Gaga came out a few years ago and started doing stuff, now everybody's like, I'm going to do a Lady Gaga.
Right,
And it's
shock
like,
value.
yeah, you know
Sure.
what? You have a 12, we get it. It's, but
Yeah.
no, just no.
The only problem I have with
Just
Sia, fine, do that, but you know what? You know, face the audience when you perform, right?
There you
That's
go.
my
Yeah,
whole thing.
I
But
mean-
Steve, thank you so
Totally.
very
Yeah,
much
always
for
good to
coming.
have
It's
you.
always great to have your insight.